Hello, we're about to discuss the eighth stage of human development, which is the late adulthood or the old age. Here is the overview of the discussion.
Now let's proceed to the definition. Old age or late adulthood is generally considered to begin at age 65. According to Eric Erikson, he suggests that at this time it is important to find meaning and satisfaction in life rather than to become bitter and disillusioned. That is to resolve the conflict of integrity versus despair, the last stage of psychosocial theory. Based on the studies of people in their 70s, it's shown that growing old is not necessarily synonymous with substantial mental or physical deterioration. Many older people are happy and engaged in variety of activities. Now let's define what is gerontology. It is an interdisciplinary field that studies the process of aging, and the aging population involves psychology, biology, sociology, and other fields. Next is the theories of successful aging. Theories of successful aging include the following. First, disengagement theory. It states that as people age, their withdrawal from society is normal and desirable as it relieves them from responsibilities. The second theory is the activity theory. It contends that activity is necessary to maintain a life of quality, that is, that one must use it or lose it, no matter what one age, that people who remain active in all respects, such as physically, mentally, and socially, adjust better to aging process.
This part is about ageism and the physical changes that occur in late adulthood stage. Ageism refers to the prejudice or discrimination based on a person's age, which is typically used against older people, often causing them to be forced to retire. Stereotypes involving the elderly also an aspect of ageism. As for the physical changes, it refers to how people's strength and endurance decline after hitting its peak. There are several examples of this during the late adulthood stage, such as the degree of atrophy in the brain or the decrease in the size of the brain. Along with it, there's also a decrease in the rate of neural processes. Also, the respiratory and circulatory systems are less efficient, and changes in the gastrointestinal tract may lead to increased constipation. Also, bone mass decreases, which could then lead to bone density disorders, and muscles become weaker, especially without exercise programs. The skin becomes dry and less flexible, and there's an occurrence of hair loss in both sexes. Lastly, there's a decrease in the sensitivity in the sensory modalities including olfaction, taste, touch, hearing, and vision.
Proceeding with the cognitive changes. First, the study of cognitive changes in the older population is complex, wherein the response speeds, including the neural and motor, have been reported to decline. Intellectual changes in late adulthood do not always result in reduction of ability. K. Warner's K and Sherry Willis reported that a decline in cognitive performance could be reversed in 40% to 60% of elderly people who were given remedial training. So let us know what happens with the two kinds of intelligence when we are reaching late adulthood. First, fluid intelligence, or the ability to see and to use patterns and relationships to solve problems, while our FI thus decline in later years. While the crystallized intelligence, or the ability to use accumulated information to solve problems and make decisions, has been shown to rise slightly over the entire lifespan. So in the United States, there is a so-called Alzheimer's disease. which is a progressive, eventually fatal disease that begins with confusion and memory lapses and ends with the loss of ability to take care of oneself. And it is said to be the leading cause of dementias, which are usually responsible for cognitive defects seen in older people. These disorders, however, occur only in about 15% of people over 65. So that will be the short coverage of cognitive changes that happens within the late adulthood stage.
Pag-uusapan naman natin ang retirement, widowhood, death and dying, lastly ang hospice. Retirement at age 65 is the conventional choice for many people. Ang sinasabi lang dito is ang pagre-retiro daw sa edad na 65 ay ang karaniwang pagpipilian para sa maraming tao. Magamat ang ilan ay nagtatrabaho hanggang sa huli, napag-alaman pa rin na ang mga tao ay mas masaya sa pagre-retiro kung sila ay handa or hindi sila mapipilitang magretiro bago sila maging handa. Ang mga malalang sakit sa kalusugan tulad ng arthritis, rheumatism, and hypertension ay lalong nakakasagabal sa kalidad ng buhay ng karamihan sa mga individual habang sila ay tumatanda. Widowhood, ito yung mga biyudo o biyuda na. Sa madaling salita, ito yung mga maagang nawalan ng minamahal sa buhay o ang kanilang asawa ay maagang pumanaw. Ang widowhood ay particularly stressful para sa buhay ng iba. Tama nga naman kasi kung sa'yo nga naman mangyari sa iba, ang mawalan ka ng minamahal sa buhay o ang asawa mo, hindi naman ito parang kagat lamang na langgam na pagkagising mo kinabukasan, makakalimutan mo na. Talagang napaka-stressful nito na maka-epekto sa iyong buhay o kung sa pang-araw-araw na kung ano ang ginagawa mo. Siyempre, wala ka ng kasanggayan nang walan ka ng asawa. Malamang talagang kaliwat kanan ang stress na mararamdaman mo. Kapag sinabing death and dying naman, at yung death and dying has been studied extensively by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who suggested that terminally ill patients display the following 5 basic reactions. Ang una is denial, pagtanggi natin sa realidad. Siyempre, kapag nga naman mamamatay ka, matutuwa ka ba? Siyempre, talagang hindi ito agad magsisinkin sa utang mo, kaya talagang i-deny mo sa sarili mo na hindi ganun ang mangyayari sa iyo. Ang pangalawa naman ay anger. Siyempre, hindi natin may iwasan na magalit, lalo na kung natuklasan natin na tayo ay bilang na lamang ang buhay, may ilang araw na lang tayo para gamitin ang panahon na to para makasama ating mga mahal sa buhay. Ang pangatlo naman, ito ang bargaining. Ang sinasabi lang dito is ito yung kung alam mong ikaw ay malapit ng pumanaw nga, ito yung parang manghihingi ka sa Diyos ng bigyan ka pa ng maraming panahon dahil hindi ka pa handa sa posibleng mangyari sa iyo pagkatapos mong pumanaw. Ang pang-apat naman ay ang depression, as the ends near recognition that the death is inevitable and that separation from family will occur leads to feelings of exclusion, futility, and deep depression. At ang panglima naman ay ang acceptance. Ito ay ang pagtanggap at madalas na sumusunod kung ang kamatayan naman ng isang tao ay hindi biglaan at ang tao ay nakatagpo ng kapayapaan sa hindi may iwasan. Kapag sinabi naman natin hospice, kapag narinig natin ang salitang hospice, ito ay isang programa na nagbibigay ng espesyal na pangalaga sa mga taong malapit na sa katapusan ng buhay at huminto sa paggamot upang pagalingin o kontrolin ang kanilang sakit. Nag-aalok ko rin ang hospice ng physical, emosyon, panlipunan at spiritual na suporta para sa mga pasyente at kanilang mga pamilya.